Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. Today I'm Fazer's Kismet Marianne, or Fazer Kismet Marianne. Basically, Carl Fazer's Finnish company. Yeah, essentially, they usually do sort of, well, I say usually, my experience of them is usually, typically sort of slabs of chocolate, essentially, or sort of, big chunky bars of chocolate. But they do another sort of line of chocolates called Kismet, which is essentially chocolate covered wafer, with various different flavours, and this one's the Marianne flavour. Now I'm not sure whether I don't know whether that the flavour Marianne is something that exists outside of Carl Fazer chocolates or Carl Fazer Kismet bars, and it's just something that I don't know about. But the gist of it is, it looks like it's mint flavoured chocolate. Now in the UK, as I say with all of my sort of minty type reviews, especially with non-UK bars, essentially in the UK, mint flavour is generally represented by green colour, but for other bars, non-UK ones, particularly I think some of the Fazer bars, and I think one of the US bars I reviewed recently as well, represents that with red and white stripes, or red and white generally. And this is such one, so you can see, if this was sold in the UK, we wouldn't know, I don't think, well most of us anyway, wouldn't know that this was mint flavoured, but it actually is, and I can confirm that with the stuff on the back. So it says wafer with mint cocoa filling, 46%, covered with milk chocolate. So it's wafer with mint cocoa filling. Doesn't talk about nougat here, I don't think. The one I had previously was a sort of orange flavoured one, and talked about orange flavoured nougat, and I thought maybe that was the stuff that kept the wafer together, but it doesn't say nougat here. It doesn't say like wafer with mint cocoa flavoured nougat or whatever. So I don't know, no idea. So wafer with mint cocoa filling, covered with milk chocolate. There we go. Very nice. Yeah. So it's quite a nice distinctive coloured bar. I do like it a lot. So I'm sure someone was mentioning, it was recommended the Kismet bars to me, and I do apologise. I tried to mention in my other review as well, the Kismet bar. I tried to look to find out who it was, and I just couldn't find it anywhere in one of the comments. So I do apologise. Please let me know if you did recommend these to me. So there was a viewer, McSlobber, who was talking about these bars. I don't know if that was where I assumed someone had recommended them to me or not. I mean, I guess he kind of recommended them. Well, thank you anyway. But yes, but yeah, I thought it was specifically someone who said try these bars, and I just couldn't find that comment, so I do apologise. But yes, so let's have a look. So essentially, yes, it does give us the calorie count, a bit less obvious actually than the other one. The other one gave me a little table with the calories, and this one it's kind of just in. Well, basically, it's just in all this text, so it's a bit harder to see. But I think it's a 55 gram bar. I think at least the other one was. Yeah, 55 grams. Tells me that. And I'm sure it's per 100 calories. So it's roughly per 100 grams. Yeah, per 100 grams. So it's roughly half of this plus 5%, which 5% can be quite a lot. But let's have a look. Yes, it's 532 calories, 30 grams of fat, 24 of which are saturates, so half of this. So it's about 266 calories, 15 grams of fat, 12 of which are saturates. That's half the bar. So about 265 calories, 15 grams of fat, 12 of which are saturates. 15 grams of fat, 12 which are saturates, and as I say, 265 calories. So plus 5%, of course. So it's 100 grams. It's 500 odd. So so 5% of that is like 25 calories. 25 calories, roughly, something like that. So you would basically be adding another 26 calories on top of that. But I don't want to get too mathematical about it all, because in the past I tried to do that and I just had a crash and burn with it. So I'm not. So you've got the rough gist of how many calories are in there. So yeah. There we go. There's a bit of flourishes on the side, so about 18. It's measured about 18 centimeters across with the flourishes. So I think it's probably those 2 centimeters at least. Just from looking at it, you can see. So yeah, just have the typical flourishes. Overall, a nice looking bar. I quite like the look of that. I like the patterns. I like the sort of heart shaped the logo, or logo, I guess. The other one had that as well. A lot of the names were Marianne, and the other one was called Fazerina. This one's Marianne. I don't know if they're all sort of feminine sounding names. I'm not sure what the other flavours are, but I like them. I think they're nice. Okay, let's give it an open. So it's a bar actually. It doesn't curve up at the side. So lots of these chocolate bars, they're not straight edge. They sort of slope inwards a bit, so they look a bit sort of bigger than they actually are. And, but this one doesn't do that. Oh wow! I'm getting a very minty smell coming from this. It's similar mint smell to well, obviously it's mint, but that's that you would get, maybe with some after eights or something. It's that kind of minty smell. Let's give it a quick measure then. So you can see it's quite straight edged side, doesn't slope upwards. If it does, it's very subtle. Yeah, it's about 15 centimeters now, maybe 15.1. So I've lost a good over 2 centimeters there, I think. I've already forgotten what I measured it as, which was about 18. So yeah, wide it is about 5.1. Yeah, so there we go. And it's roughly the same on top. Yeah, 15.1. Yeah, and height wise about a centimeter, I think. 1.1 maybe. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, you can see it's got 4 distinct sections, so it does have it's segmented sort of. So it's quite nice, really. Yeah, so there we go. Not bad. So each one of those is roughly about 60 calories, I think. So okay, so snap one off. This is why I don't want to go too detailed, because you end up losing yourself, and yeah, 500, yeah, about 6. Yeah, 6 yeah, about So I think half of it was about 260 calories, 265 or something, wasn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, it's about 6, 12, 18, 20, or 30. So 55 calories. Let's say something like that. Each one of these. So there we go. So you can see there, nice looking. Nice partitions there. So unlike something like a KitKat where the partitions, they look really big on the actual packaging, but when you open them you can't see the chocolate partition of the wafer. But this one you clearly can, and looks very nice. Chocolate's quite thin. I think on top, looks like there's a large layer of chocolate on top. I think there might be another wafer layer hidden underneath that. I'm not sure. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, so there's another wafer layer hidden. I knew there was. So you can see three layers of wafer there. Yeah, quite a subtle mint flavour as well. It's not a mint flavour that's going to stop you enjoying something else afterwards. Yeah, it's not going to sort of, yeah, you don't need to cleanse your palate after having it, but it's nice. It's actually quite subtle. Very wafer centric. This, I said in my previous review, it's the same proportions as the other one I reviewed, the Fazerina one. Yeah, so it's very wafer centric, this one. But it's nice, but you do get a proper wafer sensation when you have this, and it does. Wafer is nice, but it is kind of like more about the texture rather than the actual flavours of the wafer, because there isn't really a flavour to it. So you do get that sort of lovely crunch, with the wafer. Yeah. And the chocolate's quite thin. I meant to say my other one as well. The proportions here, there's just the right amount to make it work. Of chocolate and a wafer. I think any less chocolate and it would just be too much wafer, but they've just got it just right here. And the mint flavour, very subtle. It's not prominent at all, which is good as well. I think it's not overbearing at all. Really, I think it works. I'd say just right. They've just got it just on the cusp of being too subtle, and it's just about right. I'd say it doesn't linger in your mouth, and it's not going to stop you. So it's not strong enough to stop you, destroying the taste of other things like other drinks or other chocolate or other foods after you've had this. Which again is good, because that's almost always the case, if not always the case actually. I think with any other mint chocolate or anything like that, it's always just too much. That's why I would save this one to last in my reviews today, because I thought it'd be a bit too overpowering for me to taste the other things, but I don't think it would have been. not too bad. And unlike other mint ones where, I don't know, I think you either really are into mint or you can take or leave it. I think that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a love-hate relationship with mint, but I think most that's how it is really. You either really, like it and could eat it all the time, or you just think, well, I'd rather have something else and I'd rather it not coat my mouth with mint flavour so I can't taste anything else. And but this one doesn't really do it. It doesn't fall into that at all. It's very unique in that respect, I think. Very subtle mint flavour. But I'll say just enough for it to work and to be prominent enough in your mouth for it to taste of mint. And I like it. I do like it. And I said, I do really love Wafer. I love crispy, basically crispy chocolate filling or whatever sort of crunchy or crispy filling with my chocolates. I do really like it. I think this is perhaps a bit too on the wafery side for me. I think I think something like a KitKat, while filled with wafer, doesn't taste. The wafer's not really as wafer centric as this. I mean, it is very much a wafer bar with chocolate rather than the other way around. So I think there is that. I think if you think in the UK with those pink wafer biscuits you get or bars or whatever they are, and they're very wafer heavy, it's more like towards those really, but obviously with a bit of chocolate. I think those pink wafer has like a cream filling or something that holds the wafer together, and if you imagine replacing that cream filling with chocolate, and you've pretty much got this. Obviously flavour that with mint or something. So overall it is nice. I do like it, but perhaps a bit too wafery for me to rate it more than that. I think a 4 out of 5. I think I do really like it. I think it's probably higher 3.5 out of 5 rather than maybe a low 4 out of 5. Low 4 out of 5, I think I'll say. But still do like it. I think mint isn't my favourite flavour. But as I say, with this it kind of works a bit more than most because it's just quite subtle really. And I do like it. Quite happily eat this a lot. As I say, just past, it really is on the cusp of being too much wafer and too subtle mint, but it's just got it just on the boundaries of being right, and it's to its favour that it does that because it's such a subtle mint flavouring that it doesn't overpower it, and it's quite prominent with its wafer to give you that crunch and that texture, but it does give you this sort of chocolate on the side to keep it going and make it work. So it's I'm impressed, and I do I do like it. I think, as I say, I think for me, being a Fazer bar, just one, going off on a bit of a tangent now really, but I mean, Carl Fazer, the chocolate, I do really like it and love it a lot really, and but I don't really get that sense of the same kind of quality of chocolate on this either. It's a nice chocolate though, don't get me wrong, but doesn't really, maybe it's because it's just so, it's not as prominent as it is on obviously a big block of chocolate bar. I don't think I could have told you that I was eating a Carl Fazer chocolate bar here or a bar, but as I say, it is still nice, and the chocolate's still prevalent enough and nice enough, and it does stand out. You can taste the chocolate, so it works. It does work, as I say. Just a low 4 out of 5. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Take care, like my videos. Feel free to comment, and obviously, please get in touch as well and subscribe, and it's always nice to hear from you. So any comments are always appreciated. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya.